So you guys remember what we did the first time, right? We're gonna do a big, loud round of applause, standing ovation for Andre.
Thanks, guys. So here's the deal. Last year, we started a festival, and from one perspective, you could probably say that we did it in a total backwards manner. You could even call us an anti-festival. So why? Well, we started with these crazy, lofty ideas instead of getting really big headliners with a guaranteed audience. We focused on a range of disciplines rather than having like a core focus like music or food or film. We put it in a bunch of intimate venues across town rather than finding a field where we could stuff 10,000 people into it and make, I don't know, $500,000. And we did it in November in Iowa City. So you guys know what's up with the weather. So we had a bunch of challenges that we put up for ourselves. And despite that, the thing that we started is called Witching Hour, which is a 2-day festival. It focuses on exploring the unknown, discussing creative process, and presenting new work. And it's open to all disciplines. You can be a writer, you can be a filmmaker, an entrepreneur, a scientist, whatever you want. And it happens during the daytime. Most of the stuff is lectures and discussions and presentations, and at night it becomes way more performative. And the reason we're doing this is because we think that all of us, whatever our industries are, we need a spiritual, creative, intellectual recharge. We got to shake up, disrupt the systems of our daily lives, and get back into creative process and think about how we make ideas and witness ideas that are happening. And what better way to do that than to get into your town, your city, and explore it for 48 hours, hear amazing thinkers that are both homegrown as well as imported in, and to be engaging with your friends and other people that you've just met at the event. So to get a sense of the programming, what we did last year, we had a whole range of things, but just a quick, we had like a discussion about black holes. We had an amazing jazz electronic collaboration with Kneebody and Daedalus. We had a discussion about what does it mean to be an artist of color in today's landscape. We had some amazing comedians, up-and-comers come down from Chicago. So a whole range of things that we did. And when we did the feedback and started talking to people, it seemed like the experiential feedback was phenomenal. The things that popped out were people said they felt so connected to everyone around them, whether it was the artists, the presenters, the other pass holders, their friends and people they had just met that day or over the course of the 2 days. And we also found that people repeatedly said in their feedback they felt inspired and they felt a spark. We heard people say they would go back to work on Monday and they felt excited to go back to work or to pick up a project that they had put aside for a while. When we looked at the numbers, we had 1,300 attendees, and about 750 of those were people who actually bought a pass or a ticket to see it. We had about 300 folks who enjoyed free access to events, and we had about another 200 who were participants or sponsors or some connection to the festival where they got in for free. So that was our start off, the way that we started last year. The whole thing cost about $43,000, so a really small festival when you think about it. It made about $39,000, so we had about 10% deficit in that first year, and that was tolerable enough that our parent company, the Engler Theater, said you guys can keep doing this for a little while longer before we, maybe pull a plug. But in no uncertain terms, we basically are now in the process. We're like, okay, how do we make this sustainable? How do we make this successful? And we have a lot of challenges still. We are a very young company or a very young event. And it takes a while to build up that brand so that people trust you and they continue coming back, they buy into what you're doing. So that's going to be really difficult for us, especially when we only happen once a year. How do you have those communications with the people who are enjoying your event? And the second thing is that we're presenting a pretty challenging concept, engaging the unknown. It's atmospheric at best. So I spent the last 10 years selling a lot of tickets to people for events, and people increasingly want to see things that they already know. So we're going off kind of like a double hill, it's double battle. Nonetheless, we're super stoked, and we remain passionate about this. When we think about the future of this event, when we think about our dreams, it's all about, we want to create something that's going to be high quality, transformative program that we want to become a legendary campus event for Iowans and cultural tourists. When we look down the road, we would love to see, say, 3,000 people engaging with this event, moving through the streets of Iowa City, having an amazing time, engaging with great conversations, seeing amazing art, and waking up on Sunday and just being like, there's no way I couldn't have done that experience. And kind of the last thing here is that we're also making a major commitment to accessibility. So you got to pay to go to this, but if you happen to not have funds, if you live in this area, we're not going to prevent you. We don't want money to be an access or a barrier to access, so you can work with our box office and we'll get you free access, because there's no sense in doing this if the whole community can't have access to it and be a part of it. So just like I said last year, this whole thing could fall apart, but we still got our hearts in it. And the idea is that we're trying to recharge, keep people excited about life, and keep us moving forward. Thank you.